Well, good evening. Good evening, and welcome to the Book Spot. Folks, I tell you every time, this is the spot where people get their books written. Well, good evening, and this is the Book Spot, and I am Joseph McCrae. I'm an author of 7 book projects, folks, and I want to share with you some nuggets tonight. Tonight, I call this talk the pearls to writing. The pearls to writing. There are some pearls to writing. You've seen pearls, right? They're beautiful. They're precious. They just have such a special uh, value, right? They have such a precious value when you think about pearls. So they are pearls to writing. They're pearls to writing, and want to share some of those pearls with you, want to tell you some things that will help you in your writing and getting your book written. That's what the Book Spot is all about. It's about helping people get their books written, encouraging them, inspiring them, getting them to realize the importance of a book and how important it is to just make it happen, right? To just make it happen. And so you that are out there on Facebook, uh, you want to get your book written, and I want to be a part of that process. And so one of the pearls to writing is the P. The P. P represents that it's precious. It's precious to you. Your writing, your book is precious to you. It just has a special type of feeling, right? It has a special type of feeling to be able to say that you have written this book that's important to you. You know, a story about your life, or a story about someone else's life, or a fictional story, whatever it might be, but it's precious. And that's one of the pearls, that it is a precious item for you to write. The other letter is that it is enjoyment. It is enjoyment. In order to get your thoughts out of your head onto paper, it has to be enjoyable. You have to get some enjoyment out of it, right? You have to get some enjoyment out of doing it. Like, so, otherwise you have to say to yourself, why am I doing it, right? Why am I writing this book? Why am I taking out this time to tell this story, right? To be able to help someone else's life, or maybe even to just for the mere enjoyment for yourself. For the mere enjoyment for yourself. You've always wanted to write a book. You've always thought about this wonderful story that you would like to have. And so here's your opportunity. Here's your opportunity to get it done through writing, through writing. And that takes some time. I'm never going to say that writing is easy. It's not easy, but it is doable. Writing is doable. And so you can do it. You can put in the time, you can make the sacrifice, you can get it done. You can get your writing done. And then there's a sense of accomplishment. A sense of accomplishment. You have accomplished the task of writing your book. That's an incredible thing to accomplish, writing a book. You know how many people write books? Not a lot of people. A lot of people think about writing books, have the desire to write a book, would like to write a book, but who actually writes a book is a small percentage of our society. But I want you to break all the records, and just go for it and say, hey, well, you know what? I don't care about what the statistics say. I'm going to get my book done. I'm going to get my book done. no matter what. It's going to be an accomplishment in my life. You're going to make it a reality. You're going to make it a reality. Maybe no one else in your neighborhood or your family wrote a book, but you're going to do it. You're going to find out what it takes. You're going to Google search. You're going to grab books on how to write a book. I mean, you're going to watch the book spot. You're going to go to any workshops you have to go to, because you are destined to write this book. You want it to become a reality. You want it to become a reality. And this is one of the pearls. It's one of the pearls to writing. And so we did P, we did E, we did A, we did R. So what about L? So L has to do with legacy. You want to leave legacy. You want to leave a story. You want to leave your thoughts in the earth. You want to leave your thoughts in the earth. You want your children to be able to follow your story, to be able to learn from your wisdom. And that's what a book does. It's legacy. It will outlive you. It will outlive you. It will tell the story, lead the path that people need to follow. And so it will be legacy for you. It will be legacy for you. And then I got my S here. It should be satisfying, folks. It should be satisfying. Your book should be satisfying. I can't tell you how many times I pick up my books and I just open up a page and I still find myself satisfied from reading it, because I hear my voice. I hear my voice. I hear like this how Joseph sounds. And that is satisfying. That is so satisfying to hear that your voice echoes in the earth, that it speaks in the earth. Okay. And so it's satisfying. And just to go over these precious pearls, there we go. Pearls, right? And so I said that P, your book writing has to be precious to you. It's your baby. It's your baby. I mean, you've carried this idea around for far too long. You've carried this idea of writing, telling this story for far too long. It's time to birth this project. It's time to bring it forth, right? It's time to take this precious item and bring it into the world. And you're doing it because for the mere enjoyment. You just enjoy it. Folks, don't think about the money. Don't think about, all the fame. Just think about, oh, how enjoyable it's going to be to know that my story has been written. And now I can share it with the whole world. All almost 8 billion people, have the opportunity to hear your story. That's incredible. And it's an accomplishment. It's a major accomplishment. It's a major life accomplishment to write a book. It's a major life accomplishment. I know it is. I've seen it. I've seen doors open for me that would have never opened. I mean, I've seen myself get into circles, get into places, and share and lecture that I know I would never have gotten that opportunity if I had not put into the hands of those people in charge that, oh, he's an author. He's written a book. And the doors just swung open, folks. And major monies, fame just came to my life as a result of just taking a book, wrapping it in some ram wrap, putting it in a nice little envelope, mailing it off, and then a few days later got on the lecture circle, you know, and lecture, what they call it, path. I'll say path, and wouldn't have happened. I don't think it would have happened if I had not had that in my possession. You want to make it a reality. You want to make it a reality. Stop all this fantasy. Stop all this. I would like to. I'm thinking about it. Make it a reality and leave a legacy. Leave a legacy. Legacy is incredible. Legacy is everything. Legacy. When you look at famous people, when you look at the lives of people, like we look at it through reading their books or watching their movies, right? Like we would never know their story if someone didn't record it, right? Someone didn't uh, put it in some type of format that we can, refer to. And it's amazing how when you read their stories and you read their lives, like how it can like better you, right? How it can, you know, prompt you to want to do something better. And sometimes you see some of these really great people, they have flaws, right? They have mistakes, they had shortcomings, they had drug habits and all kind of things. And you realize that they still triumphed, they still succeeded, they still was talented, even in the midst of their demons they had to fight about, and so they left legacy. They left legacy, and they're not remembered by the mistakes they made. They're remembered by the great talents that they left in the earth, right? The great skills that they left. That's what we mostly remember them by. But someone wrote that story, right? Someone told their story. Someone took their story, put it in a movie, put it in a book, and we're able to still read about it today. That's what you got to think about. Legacy, right? Your family being able to continue on knowing how you thought, how you saw the world, how you perceived, what was going on in your environment at that time. And that is an awesome thing. It's a precious thing to be able to do. And then the last thing I said as a pearl is that it has to be satisfying. You have to be satisfied with what you've accomplished, right? You have to be satisfied with the legacy that you left. You have to have a satisfaction about what you're doing. And I can't emphasize that enough. Like, forget about thinking about being on the New York Times and all those things, and that could happen. But most importantly, be satisfied. Be satisfied with your accomplishment. Be satisfied with the reality of what you've done. Be satisfied with the enjoyment you had along the process, and how precious it is to you and what you accomplished. Be satisfied with that. And that, I believe, is the pearls to writing. That, I believe, is the pearls to writing. Those are the pearls to writing. Precious, enjoyment, accomplishment, reality, legacy, and satisfying. Those are the pearls to me. To me. And so, this is another book spot. This is another book spot to try to help you get to the finish line. To get to the finish line, folks. To win. To get to the finish line. Get around that track and get to the finish line. Accomplish your goal. Finish your project. Make it happen. Okay. I was a runner in high school, and it was nothing more exciting than to come down that final stretch and stick your chest all out and bam, first place. Winner. You did it. You accomplished it. You made it. You did it better than anybody else did. And that's what happens when you get this book written, folks. You're gonna be like going across the finish line because there's gonna be a whole lot of people still procrastinate, still talking about they would, shoulda, coulda, still in fear, still not getting things organized. But you're gonna be the one that crossed that finish line, like I did it. I won. I won. You won because you accomplished something in your life that you didn't think was possible to do. You wasn't even a believer at first that you could do it, and then you came on in and you became a believer that you know what, I can get my book written. So I want to help you with that. I want to go even further with that. I got a workshop coming up next Thursday, the 28th of July, and I want to I want to I want to try to help you get your book written. So I wrote a book, paperback book. It's on Amazon. You can check it out, and it gives you some great tips. But I want to take 90 minutes next Thursday at 7 p.m. to uh, just go through those tips, answer some questions for you, get on a Zoom. It's $47, folks, $47. And it's a 90-minute session, and it comes with a 30-minute free book coaching session on the side. Even after that, folks, I think it's phenomenal. I think it's phenomenal to be able to offer all that to help with your book uh, career, your book accomplishment. And so I want you to sign up. I'm gonna put a link in the comment section. I'll put a link to this video where you can sign up. It's next Thursday from 7 to 8:30. Okay. I want you to be a part of that. So thank you this evening for being a part of the Book Spot. And if you watch this video later, definitely, take what I've said and apply it to your writing, and then really, really consider coming to the workshop, okay? Because I believe that when you're serious about something, you'll put your money in it, right? When you're really serious about a thing, you'll put out the money, right? There's no question about it. We'll go to a concert, we'll buy a shirt, we'll buy some shoes if we're really serious about it. So if you're really serious about the writing, you want to go a little deeper, come on to the workshop next Thursday and get that book written.